Hello there, hope you enjoyed your weekend. As we move towards the end of it, some of us are ending Sunday on a particularly windy note. We've got low pressure moving its way across Iceland, but it's to the south of that where we've got a particularly strong squeeze in the isobars, and where isobars start packing together, that leads to strong winds for us. So if we bring the wind gusts on, the shade of pink is showing us where we've got the strongest gusts. During Sunday night, that swathe of gales, severe for a time, will move across northern areas of Scotland, certainly around coasts and over the higher ground. Will also be quite a blustery night for the Pennines and areas just to the east of the Pennines, but most of those strongest winds will ease their way off into Monday across mainland areas. Across Shetland, though, we hold on to those severe gales into the daytime as well, so it will be quite a windy start to the new working week here. Elsewhere through the night, we've got a band of rain gradually pushing southwards into Scotland. Some outbreaks of drizzle possible elsewhere as the cloud begins to filter its way in across all areas, filling in those clear spells we might have across central southeastern areas of England during the evening. Underneath that blanket of cloud, though, temperatures will be holding up quite markedly for all of us, generally around 7 to 9 degrees Celsius, but where the cloud is thickest across parts of Northern Ireland and southwest Scotland, we could hold up into double digits. So certainly a frost-free and mild start to Monday morning. This band of rain across Scotland might have to get used to because it's going to stick around across parts of the Southern Highlands, Argyll and Bute and Stirling area, making it a fairly wet and damp day here. Further outbreaks of rain and drizzle for Northern Ireland, northwest England and into Wales as well, and generally a cloudy picture across the southern half of the UK. The odd break in the cloud possible for where you're slightly to the east of higher ground, so parts of the Midlands into Northumberland, Durham as well. The sunniest skies throughout the day, though, are actually going to be across the far north of Scotland. To the north of that band of rain, we'll see some sunny spells coming through, but as we said, with those wind strengths in there, that's going to make it feel particularly cold. Otherwise, temperatures are going to be holding up with that southwesterly air flow, so many of us seeing temperatures around 11 to 14 degrees Celsius. Some spots, though, could actually reach 15, maybe 16 degrees Celsius. Into Monday night, we'll hold on to that cloud for the vast majority of us. Again, some outbreaks of drizzle possible. That first main band of rain will gradually shift its way off for parts of Scotland, but we've got a second pulse that will start moving into western areas during the early hours of Tuesday to continue the fairly wet and damp theme here. Underneath the cloud, though, is going to be another fairly mild night for all of us. Again, 7 to 9 degrees Celsius across most areas. Perhaps just slightly chillier for parts of northeast Scotland up into the Northern Isles, where there are a few more breaks in that cloud, but it will remain frost-free for all of us. On Tuesday, then, we continue with a relatively similar theme, and if we're going to sum up the day in one word, it would probably be cloudy. That first band of rain is continuing to shift its way off across Scotland. Some outbreaks of drizzle still possible where the cloud is thick enough, but that sheet is pretty much going to be covering all areas throughout the day. The breeze strengthening again across the far northwest, but winds generally staying lighter towards the south and the east, so that helping the feel of things ever so slightly, even if it is going to be a pretty grey day. Those temperatures, again, holding up well above average for the time of year. We would normally expect temperatures to be around 6-7 degrees across parts of Scotland, more around 8 or 9 degrees in southern areas of England, so we are certainly hitting above par. As we clear off Tuesday, we've got a band of rain that will start pushing its way eastwards across the country, and it's behind that where we see a bit of a change, and you see some bluer, fresher air starting to move its way in with the winds coming down from the north. But it's not going to turn desperately cold. You can still see there are orange and amber hues in there at times, and if we actually zoom out, yes, some of our winds will be coming from the north, but actually a lot of it will be coming still from a fairly Atlantic influence. It's just coming round the north of this high pressure centre before it eventually reaches us. So temperatures will certainly be dropping down compared to the mild theme that we've had throughout the weekend and to the start of the week, but they'll only be going down more towards average for the time of year. Could still see, though, a few chillier nights to contend with as we move towards that middle part of the week. You can keep up to date with the full forecast for the forthcoming week, though, by following us on all of our social media channels, and we'll be back with you again shortly. Bye-bye.